Welcome to Thinking About Tech. I'm your host, Craig Lawson. Today's episode, I'm going to introduce to you a nifty little website called Screencast-O-Matic.com. And this website was actually, it was brought to my attention by a friend of mine and a colleague, Lucas Gillespie, who can be followed on Twitter at PCS Tech. And he had mentioned it to me as a way that teachers could do some screencasting for lesson planning and maybe doing a flipped classroom approach where they film their lessons and then show those to their students at a station, or their students can take those home with them at night, and then that way when they come in during the day, they actually can just work with the teacher one-on-one on projects and other activities, which I thought was a great idea. And kind of the downside to the screencasting has always been that the cost of the software is fairly expensive. ScreenFlow and Camtasia, which are the two primary methods for screencasting, really are expensive, maybe too expensive for most people. So as you can see, this is ScreenFlow, which is the common Mac software for screencasting, and at $99, that's a pretty hefty price tag. So Screencast-O-Matic offers this same kind of features and the same options as is more expensive programs for free, and I thought that was a really cool idea. So I'm here checking it out with you for the first time. Well, actually the second time, as I was starting to record this about 5 minutes ago, and trying to use Screencast-O-Matic while using ScreenFlow caused some problems. So we'll see if we can avoid those this time around. Basically, when you come to Screencast-O-Matic, you're going to have a button that allows you to actually sign up. I've already done that, captured unfortunately in the video prior to this that was lost, but it's pretty simple. Basically, just click a sign up button and you're going to fill in your username, email address, password, and then once you do that and you start your account, you come to this screen. The next step, for this process, they've got two big buttons here: start recording, start recording. You're going to click that. Now, what you're not going to see here is that initially it's going to, maybe it's going to allow me to do it this time. So I'm going to allow, but basically it's going to download a Java applet, which takes a little while. The applet's already downloaded here, but after that download, this pops up, this kind of Screencast-O-Matic window that we can drag and move around. And this is kind of your interface for this process. And as my Mac is like getting ready to take off here, it's like the fan's going crazy. So I'm not sure why it's doing that, but it did it last time I started this up as well. So down here, let's talk about these little buttons and features and what they do. The first feature, which I'm not going to start because it crashed ScreenFlow last time, is this feature for your camera. So here, if I were to click my camera right here, basically what it's going to do is it's going to create a small window that I can move around, and it's going to capture footage of my face, as I'm talking and showing what I'm doing during this screencast. So that's a neat option, and actually once you select it, you'll see the screen in the bottom right here, kind of like the one you see on this video, and then when you go to record, that'll go away while you're doing your screencast. The next one over here to the left is actually resolution, so we can go and adjust. You can adjust this window kind of by hand here to fit kind of whatever size you want, which is kind of nice because you can cut out some of the things. Like if I don't want to show all of my browser window, I can just make it small enough just to show the inside of that window, and not like all my bookmarks and stuff at the top. Next, though, to that is this mission control, which is a volume control, which kind of works in conjunction. Let me move this up a little bit; it's getting blocked. It works kind of in conjunction with the mic volume control. When I click that, it's actually going to bring up this window to show kind of how I can adjust the volume. There's an auto detect button on here. If I click that, it's going to automatically adjust this slider to fit best with the input that's going into my microphone. I can record just the sound and then play it back if I want to see if the volume's high enough, and then I can just hit OK there. Next to that is again, you can detect just kind of like you did over to the right with the camera, you can detect, what microphone you want to use. For example, I use a built-in microphone, which is the default for the Mac here, or I could use the microphone that I have plugged in, Snowball. Next to that, you have a record button. So pretty simple, straightforward. There's not a lot to it. But this is kind of the basics of Screencast-O-Matic. So just to kind of give you an example, I'm going to go ahead and hit the record button here. As you're going to see, it's going to come up with a window to kind of, oh, hey, you're ready to go. It's pretty quick. So you got, the countdown there, and then you can see down here at the bottom, there's a counter showing how long it's recording. You can restart if you mess up, but from here, again, I can adjust, and whatever I'm doing outside of this red box, like if I'm switching or clicking over here, it's not going to show that, right? It's going to show just what's in the red box. So it's going to show the window actually changing, but it's not going to show me clicking on the tabs in the browser up above that. So again, this is a great way for you to record a lesson plan, especially for, if you're going to be out, sub's going to be in, and you want them to kind of, show a video, and you want to show your students actually what you're doing instead of just telling it to them. This is a great way to do that. It does work with our InterWrite software, which I don't have on this Mac, but I could then draw and annotate, within this screen if I wanted to. When you're done and you finished your lesson and you're ready to actually put this video up for all of your students to see, you can hit the Done button down here, and then Screencast-O-Matic is going to pull up another window here, and it allows you a couple options. Okay, so the first thing that you could do is you could just basically publish it as a video file, which means you could just download the file onto your computer. The second thing, which is probably more common nowadays, is that you can publish it to YouTube. So if you have a Gmail account and you have your own YouTube channel, you could click that button, and publish this video straight to YouTube, which I think is kind of a really cool, handy feature. And then last but not least, you have a publish to Screencast-O-Matic. You can actually, you can actually create this video and put a link to their website. So I'm going to title this Test 1. Oops, go back up here. And I'll just put for description, messing around. Language is English. Notes. You can add captions to that. That's kind of a more advanced feature. You can add a file that will actually put captions on it, which is pretty cool. You can make it searchable, and then I'm just going to go upload to SOM. And here it is encoding. Hopefully, because it's a small video, it won't take too long. Already it's going a lot faster than probably YouTube would. And what you're going to see here in a second is that it's going to give us a link that we can use. We can put, like, you could embed that onto your teacher web page, or you could give it on a handout to students. And so that link, if we actually click on it, it's going to pull up that video. Yes, we're going to allow Java to run. As you can see, Screencast uses tons and tons of Java. Let me refresh it. And there's a video when you're hearing me in the background.
So you got,
the cool feature you can see there, if I'll wait till kind of my cursor comes up again here. Maybe not. Let me go back a bit. I want to pause it. One of the nice features about this is it automatically struggling. It automatically puts like a little circle around your mouse cursor, which is great for helping the viewer to see where you're moving your cursor and what you're clicking on. So that's a really cool little feature. It's really neat. So again, very simple, easy. Now I can take this link and, like I said, I could just give it to my students on a handout. I could put it on my school web page, and students can go and view this. It's also great for filming a lesson and then putting it for students that might be absent. You could also give it to maybe do a lesson just for the parents and give them something to go over and review so that they can help their child in your class. So great feature, and I hope that this will be of some help and you'll feel like it was easy enough that you can just go try it out and test it out. Please give me some feedback. I want to do more of these videos and help you guys out, but I need to make sure that I'm giving you the information that you need. So feel free to comment on the quality, things that I'm doing wrong, as well as maybe give me suggestions for new videos in the future. As always, thank you again for those that joined us. That's it for this week's episode. And if you would like to contact me, go ahead and do that at thinkingabouttech@gmail.com. And you can also follow me at Twitter at thinkingabouttech. Until next time, have a great week teaching.